I have an amazing daughter with Down syndrome. This experience caused me to develop a passion for working with children with special needs. I have been a paraprofessional working in moderate to severe special needs classes for the past 9 years. Those circumstances and a need to increase my income led me to the decision to become a teacher. My choice to go to APU seemed to be due to convenience and their liberal acceptance policy of 98% of my undergraduate units. In looking back, I can see the hand of God in my decision. Assignments at APU led me to reflect on my personal journey with God and my life as a Christian. In doing this, I can see the numerous ways that God has blessed my life and the life of my children. After I earned my teaching credential, I knew that if I was ever going to get my master's degree, it would have to be now, or I would never go back to school. The master's in digital teaching and learning would allow me to use computers, iPads, apps, smartboards, and adaptive technologies with students having special needs in ways that would advance their capabilities. The funny part about choosing this master's program is the fact that I have always been technologically challenged. Fortunately, my amazing teachers have helped me through my struggles. In Education 511, Essentials in Digital Teaching and Learning, I became aware of just how significant a role technology plays in the lives of students and the classroom and in their future. Fortunately, technology is often appealing and even fun for most students, adding to their engagement in learning and their motivation toward success. In this introductory class, I learned how to use Keynote, Pages, and Numbers on my iPad. I set up my LiveBinders account, created presentations, and made a web mix on Symbaloo. In Education 512, Applications of Productivity, we focused on creating a web quest. I was excited to be able to turn one of my passions, art, into an educational web quest called Smart Art. This was my effort to sort of level the playing field by showing the unique gifts of children who are challenged. I also learned how to set up a Twitter account, tweeting with colleagues in class, and to join a Google Plus account from our class, as well as create a blog. In Education 514, Digital Video in the Classroom, I made several different types of movies. I made a fun trailer in iMovie, an Animoto video on Christmas caroling, an inspirational video in iMovie, and created a news report of sorts in iMovie for my final assignment. We learned the elements needed to capture the attention of the audience, photo angles, use of special effects and B-roll videos, and the benefit of the planning organizational document needed to create an appealing video that flows as intended. In Education 515, I created curation tools from Symbaloo and Pinterest. The evolution of the interactive whiteboard was the technology I chose to focus on in my research paper and movie presentation. I also learned the ease of making a website, blog, and flipped classroom lesson in Weebly. Twitter was used again to develop a personal learning network. On the Canva website, I was able to see how easy it is to create an infographic. The teacher exposed us to numerous apps and websites, which will be of huge benefit in my future. In Education 522, Learning in the 21st Century, we learned all about Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence theory, Webb's depth of knowledge, and Bloom's taxonomy. All of these concepts were incorporated into a curriculum unit and iMovie for the final project. Education 526, the capstone experience, was both the culmination and closure of the master's degree. The growth assessment caused me to see the amazing amount of new information I have taken in over the past several years, my personal, professional, and technical growth, and God's guidance throughout the process. My self-study focused on ways I could improve how I feel in my personal environment while implementing ideas to keep my house cleaner and neater. Completion of the LiveBinders, doing the curricula vitae, and application of technology within the curriculum unit all drove me to the same conclusion, that I had come a long way and that my growth would never stop. Now for my self-study, which I have chosen to call Project Cleanup. In doing the self-study, I was able to apply a strategy that I can use in all areas of my life, or the lives of my students, in which a specific change can be targeted. Research, chosen strategies, implementation, and data collection can provide a solid picture of behavior in life. I enjoyed my self-study as my home became a bit more organized on a daily basis. In researching 5 methods of, quote, housekeeping, I chose one which I thought was the easiest to apply and took the least amount of time. The strategy provided a list of daily tasks that was supposed to take no more than 20 minutes a day to complete. I collected data for 4 weeks and discovered that the claims of this strategy were impossible. On the positive side, I did establish many new habits that improved the interior condition of my home. Each day, I took out all the trash, washed all the dishes, and washed 1 load of laundry. On top of this were a unique list of things to do on days 1 through 30, such as surface clean living room and kitchen by picking up stray items, dusting and sweeping, and vacuuming. I was able to do most, but not all of this in 20 minutes. This was one of the easier lists of tasks, so on some days I chose a nap over doing what I considered was the minimum of trash, dishes, and laundry. While I did not have complete success, I was happy with my results as the overall condition of my house improved and I began to feel less stressed and overwhelmed. Looking at the before pictures, you can see my clutter. The after pictures were taken on the best possible days, so reflect entire success, but I was not able to maintain this every day. What I concluded from this is that I should do simple task lists in 20-minute durations during the week, 45 minutes on Saturdays to do more involved tasks, taking a break on Sunday, except for the dishes, laundry, and trash, of course. The big idea of my curricular unit was intended to be an extension of a web quest on smart art designed for moderate to severe students in high school. I chose this topic because I've always been amazed by the artwork that students in special education can create, and I wanted to find ways to highlight these talents and show the world the unique gifts within this population. My curricular unit for the capstone addressed money goals so that students could tie in the concept of how people use money to make purchases, such as buying their cards in a card booth that the students would be creating on campus. As an entire unit, it provides opportunities for collaboration, inclusion, interaction with technology, and understanding how to use money in the real world. The final curricular unit lesson plan was designed with moderate to severely handicapped students in 9th to 12th grade and 2nd graders in regular education. It was easy to then incorporate the ISTE Standard 2D, communication and collaboration with the use of digital media. I will list the different technologies used over the course of the first 2 days of the lesson. There were 2 videos used on each separate day involving a song about coins and the value they have. Adapted Mind was a website we went to for an interactive lesson while listening to a video. Students also made a haiku deck presentation, some independently and some with help. We watched a read aloud entitled Lemonade in Winter, a book about 2 kids counting money, and we used the iPad app counting bills and coins. I am walking away from Azusa Pacific University equipped with knowledge, skills, passion, new friendships, and a vision for a bright future. I am grateful.